Hi friends, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudoku and Puzzles. Myself Ashish, and today I'll be covering a loop puzzle called Slitherling puzzle with a variation called Sheep and Wolves puzzle. Right. So this puzzle was featured in the recent contest Puzzle Zodiac on Logic Masters India website constructed by Jeffrey Barden. Now that contest has got over now, and it has excellent puzzles and excellent teams with excellent, I would say, amazing solving paths. So it was a very tough contest, and many solvers had to go through many hard puzzles, and it was very difficult for even the top solvers to finish the contest. And this puzzle was also one of the high pointers from the contest, and many of the top solvers got stuck into this puzzle, right? The slithering variation sheep and wolves puzzle. So I thought of covering a video on this one, on how can we try to solve this puzzle logically, right? So I would really suggest you to check out the contest page, because there are some excellent puzzles and amazing solve paths, I would say. Very narrow logics, some global logics, and very difficult puzzles, but they all are purely logical, right? So I would really suggest you to check out the contest page. I'll add the link in the description below for the contest page, as well as the link of the puzzle online interface of the puzzle that we are solving today, right? So coming on to the puzzle, as you already know the rules, I'll just brief you with the rules. So we have to draw a single closed loop without intersections, right? A single closed loop in the grid without intersections. Intersection, by intersection I mean you cannot have 3 or 4 lines at a point, right? You can have only maximum of 2 lines, and you have to draw a single loop, not multiple loops. And all of the W are called the wolves, and S are called the sheeps, right? So all of the wolves will have to be outside the loop, and all of the sheeps will have to be inside the loop strictly. So none of the sheeps can be outside the loop, and none of the wolves can be inside the loop, right? So that is the example that I am showing you. If you see, all of the sheeps are inside the loop, and all of the wolves are outside the loop, and the number indicates that number of its 4 orthogonal sides will be part of the loop. How many of the orthogonal sides will be part of the loop? So if it is a 3, that means 3 sides will be part of the loop. So if it is a 2, 2 of the sides will be part of the loop, and if it is a 0, then none of will be part of the loop, right? So if it is a 0, we can directly mark the crosses here, right? I'll solve this puzzle as smoothly as possible. I'll try to make sure that we'll go with logical flow, and let's see if we can crack this puzzle, a very tough one, right? So with that, we'll start the puzzle. So I marked all the zeros here already, you can see here, and let's see if we get anything else. So if you know the basic pattern, the 3 and the 1 towards the edge, there is a basic pattern here. So what happens if this is the cross for the 3? The moment you get that, the 1 becomes 2. So all the other 3 segments will be part of the 3, and this loop segment, the loop end has to continue somewhere, and that makes the one having 2 loop segments, right? Which means that this will be the loop segment for sure. Same way this one and this one, right? Now if you see, this loop segment will either have to go towards the right or towards the bottom, which will make both of these as crosses, because the one will be fulfilled either this way or this way. Same way the one will have to be fulfilled either this way or this way, and same way this, right? Now if you have seen my earlier video, I have already covered a video on a sheep and wolves puzzle a few days ago. In that I have said about a few tricks or a few tips that are really much helpful in solving a sheep and wolves puzzle, right? So the trick says that a W at the edge will not have a segment behind it towards the edge of the grid. So as I already said in one of the videos, that W towards the edge of the grid, anywhere, you have 4 directions towards the edge of the grid, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Towards the edge of the grid, it should have even number of loop segments, in which 0 is also counted as even, right? And for the S towards the edge of the grid, at any 4 directions, it should have odd number of loop segments to make sure that S is inside the loop, and W has even number of loop segments to make sure that W is outside the loop. So if you have a loop segment here for the W, then the W becomes inside the loop, right? So it should have even number of loop segments towards the edge of the grid. Now if you see the S, it should have odd number of loop segments towards the edge of the grid. So if you see this edge, this is a loop segment then, because this is a loop segment. Okay, so sorry, this is also possible. So for the S, if you see, there are two ways you can have the loop segment, either this or this, but both are not possible because it will have even number of loop segments. So odd number of loop segments is for sure, and let's see if we can do that, right? So if you see this 3, if you don't have this loop segment for the 3, then you'll have all the other 3 loop segments, and the 2 gets contradiction. You have a loop segment that is standard here and not connecting to any other loop segment, which means this has to be a part of the 3, which gives you a cross in both of these cells, and which gives you this as a loop segment for the S, because it should have even an odd number of loop segments towards the edge of the grid, right? Good one. So let's see this. Okay, so what happens if you have a loop segment here? A very narrow logic, I would say, a bit of look ahead. If this goes to right, you close a loop here, right? The moment this goes towards the right, you close a loop here, a small loop here, which is not possible, right? So this has to go up, again this has to go up, and now the 2 has 2 ways to go. So this is a cross, sorry, and this is a cross. Now the 2 has 2 ways to go, either this way or this way, right? And if it goes this way, it again closes the loop for the 3, right? Which means that it has to go this way, and again if you see this S, it should have odd number of loop segments towards the edge of the grid, and towards this edge, this has to be a loop segment now. Again the 2 will go either this way or this way, right? And we are not sure of which way it will go. Let us mark a diagonal here. So as soon as you see something like this, you can just mark a diagonal line. That is really much helpful. So if you see these 2, it will either go this way or this way, right? So if it goes this way, it will meet at this point and this point. Again, if it goes this way, it has to meet at this point and this point, right? Which means that you can mark a diagonal line here. Same way for these 2, either this way or this way. So you can mark a diagonal line here, and this loop segment will meet at this point, and this loop segment will meet at this point. It is easy to see that way, right? This for this 2 here, you can mark this way, and for this 2 here, you can mark this way, right? Because it is near to the 0 or to the crosses here, right? It behaves as an edge, a vertex, a corner, right? Okay, so let's see if we get anything else. Excellent. That is an excellent logic here, narrow one, I would say. So if you see this 3 now, this S should have odd number of loop segments towards this edge of the grid. So there are exactly 2 possibilities. And if you see the 3, if you don't have this loop segment, if this is a cross, let us assume this is a cross, you have these 3 for the loop segments, and both of these are crosses now, which means that the S will be outside the loop now, which means that this is a part of the loop, and the 2 cannot go this way, it has to go this way, which gives you something for the 3. And now this is a cross, and the S should have a loop segment here towards the edge of the grid, odd number of loop segments, right? Excellent. A very tough logic, I would say, and a very tough puzzle indeed. It is a very tough puzzle, and I got a viewer request of covering a video on this puzzle, because many top solvers and many people got stuck in this puzzle, right? So let's see if we get anything else. Until this we have done it. So if you see this 3 now, normal basic Slither-Link logic, all of this. If you have these 2 for the 3, then the 2 will have only one loop segment possible, which means that one of these 2 are not part of the loop segment, other 2 are the part of the loop segment, right? This will go this way now. And for the 2, both of these cannot be the part of loop segment, which means one of these will have to be the loop segment, right? Which is this one, right? And let's see if we get anything else. again for the 2 and the 1. A normal basic slithering technique, kind of advanced I would say, not even advanced. The with more of practice you will able to spot these kind of things easily. So this loop segment, if you see, I have marked here for the 2, right? I'll show you, it has to either go this way or this way, and in both the cases this point, at this point the loop segment which is meeting here will either have to go up or towards the left, right? No other possible combination. So if it goes this way, this loop segment will go either up or towards the left, and if it goes this way, it has to go either up or towards the left, right? Which means that one will be fulfilled in one of these two cells and other two can be crossed out, and even this can be crossed out because you cannot continue here, which means the 2 has only one possibility, crosses. And again the same, the earlier pattern, if you see, same pattern, both of these cannot be loop segments for the 2, right? The 3 will be contradicting, so this is a loop segment, and both of these cannot be the loop segment for the 3, the 2 will contradict, which means these two are the loop segments, right? We'll mark the crosses here again, and okay, just a second. Are we getting anything here? Okay, excellent. Very tough logic here. The logics are very tough here. Let's see. See, for the 3 here, it's an easy one that we missed. After marking this, okay, so I'll just remove the diagonal ones here because kind of difficult to see the logic. So if you see this 3 now, or maybe these 2, sorry, so if you see these 2, both of these cannot be loop segments, right? Of course. So for these 2, either these 2 are the loop segments or these 2 are the loop segments. So either this will be the loop segment or this will be the loop segment, but not both. So for the W towards this edge of the grid, right? It's a very narrow logic, I would say, very very narrow. I'm not sure if that was the intended solve path. So if you see the W here, it should have even number of loop segments towards this edge of the grid, and one loop segment will be in one of these two cells, right? Either this or this. So remove the diagonal line here. You'll have either this or this, but not both, right? So you have 1 over here, 2 is here, 3 is here, right? And you need the 4th one, and 4th one will either be this or this, right? There are only 2 possible ways. And if you see what happens if we take this, right? The moment we take this, what happens is the 3 cannot go up now and it will form a closed loop. Excellent logic, I would say, excellent logic, which means that it cannot be this and it has to be this, and this can be crossed out now. Now again, if you see, this loop segment cannot meet this because again you will form a closed loop, which means this has to come down, this has to come down, and it forms a loop here, and that gives a cross here, 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 right? So you have got the crosses here now, and so now if you see the 2, the one which we had drawn a diagonal line, right? This loop segment will have to go up and come here, right? So we are not sure again where will it go. And again, so if you see, if there are, okay, one more good trick here is, if there are 2 same sign symbols in adjacent to each other, so 2 S's adjacent to each other, you cannot have a loop segment in between them because that will differentiate one being outside the loop and one being inside the loop, but both of these will be inside the loop, right? So which means that this will go this way and come up, this cannot close the loop here, okay? And so if you see the for the 2, this one is possible, right? Or this one is possible. Let's see if what happens if we go with this way. This 2 will have this one, and this will come down, this will go up, okay? Do we get anything else here? Any contradiction here? Okay, so a very narrow logic again, I would say. Okay, excellent logic, I would say. Okay, let us not go very complicated way. Just go with the W here. See, towards this edge of the grid there has to be even number of loop segments, right? 1 2 3 4, and this is the fifth possible, which means this can be crossed out. There are no other loop segments possible now, which means that this two, if it goes this way, this two will go this way, and this loop is stranded now. This loop point cannot go up, cannot go towards the right, cannot go towards the down, which means that these two will have to go this way, and this gives a cross here. And you cannot have a loop segment for the 3 here, because then you'll have 3 loop segments inside the loop, which means this will be the loop segment for the 3. It goes this way again, and okay, this is a cross and this is a cross here, right? And at every point of puzzle you are getting some very narrow logics to see, and I would say the odd even parity of the logic is really much helpful. And one more odd even parity of the logic which I missed in my earlier video was, if you have a S and a W in the same row or a same column, right? So if you have two S or two W in the same row or column, for example this W and this S, they are both in the same row, right? Then between those two symbols you will have odd number of loop segments. Every time you will have this logic useful, right? So between these two you will have odd number of loop segments. So if you see 1 2 3, you cannot have even number of loop segments. So if you have between two different symbols being in the same row or column even number of loop segments, then you will have a contradiction. Both of these will either be inside the loop or both of these will be either outside the loop, right? Which is not possible. With that we'll continue the puzzle. And again one more good logic is, if you see this, both of these cannot join here. So the moment they join here, this 3 and this 3 will form a small closed loop here, right? So because there will be something that will, so if you close here there will be something, a loop which will have to fulfill the 3, and both of these loop segments will go up and close the loop. So you will form a small closed loop here, which means that both of these will be extended here, and okay, okay, so we marked a diagonal line for the 2 here. If you remember, this has to go either this way or this way. Now there is a very narrow logic again. What happens if you don't have a loop here for the 3? The moment you do that, this loop segment will meet at this point, and these two loop segments will have to meet. They will meet, because what happens here is, let me show you that. It's a very good logic here. There was a loop segment here that goes from here or here, right, for the 2. And if you see, both of these points will meet, right? So this loop segment will either go up or go this way and meet here. So there is no possibility that these two won't meet. Either these two will meet here this way or this way, right? And with that, if you see, if you don't have a cross, if you have a cross here, these two loop segments will meet now. The two will either go this way and meet up or meet here. So which is again not possible. Very narrow logic, I would say. So in that case, this is this is a loop segment which gives a cross here, 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 and gives a loop segment for the one here. And okay, so if you see for the W now, either both of these will be loop segment or both of these won't be loop segment, right? And if both of these are not loop segment, then again you form a closed loop here, right? Which means that both of these will be loop segment, and this has to go down, it has to go this way, cross, and we complete this lower left of the grid. Excellent logic, I would say. Superb. So the odd even parity, if you see, it is really much helpful. Excellent excellently helpful, right? And again for this W, either both will be the loop segments or both won't be the loop segments, right? Let's see what happens, both are not the loop segments. In that case, this loop segment, this point, at this point, these two loop segments will meet somehow, either this way or this way, and in both the cases, this loop segment will have to come here, either this way or this way, and it will come here, and again at any point of time this loop segment will join this loop segment, right? Because these two are joining here, and this loop segment will again come here somewhere this way, and this will come this way, and they will have to join. There is no other possibility, right? Excellent. Very difficult to see, I would say. They cannot extend here. The moment they extend, the two is contradicting here, because the two can either be this or this, right? You just have to see, look ahead. It is kind of you just make sure that the two loop segments don't meet. If they are of the same if they are of the same loop, they should not meet. So the moment if you see here, you just have to see a look ahead, I would say. So if these 2 points meet, these 2 points will surely meet, because this will come down somehow. This will come down this way. If it comes down this way, it will meet here, right? And if it comes down this way, again it will have to meet, right? It will have to meet, which means that both of these are loop segments. Oh, sorry. And that will give you a cross here. And does that give us anything? This will give here. And we know that both of these cannot meet, because again these two will meet here somewhere, right? Somehow they have to meet, right? And they have to come down, because if they don't come down, the two will be contradicting, right? It will have 3 loop segments, so it has to come down. Or maybe you can see that one has only one way to go, and this will go this way, again across here. This has to go this way, across here. It has to go this way, and that gives a diagonal, removes the diagonal line, and this has to meet. This will go this way, because it cannot connect towards this way, because then you will have there are only 2 possibilities for the two, either these two, which is not possible because you have an intersection, or either these two, which means that it has to close, and it will go this way. Okay, and now you form a closed loop here again. So as we already saw, what happened if we had closed this thing, there is a closed loop form here, and you have a smaller loop here. Just go this way, again come down, and this loop segment will either go towards the right or down, and which will cross both of these. And okay, you cannot close this, because then this smaller loop will be formed here, so it has to go up, and it is done this way. And it cannot go towards the right, because then you'll have nowhere to go. It will come down, and that completes this tremendous, insanely hard puzzle. What a logical puzzle this is. I hope you have seen that how this logic works. You just have to make sure that you look ahead, or maybe see ahead, that what happens if these 2 points meet. You form a simple, you will form a different loop here. It is really a difficult puzzle, and I would say that in a competition mode. So when you are solving in a competition, solving such puzzle or solving this puzzle is a very difficult one, right? So one more thing I would say is, I really forgot that while solving in a competition, I came across this logic. I'll just go back again at the point where I saw the logic. I'm extremely sorry for that. I forgot to say that at that point of time. So if you see exactly at this point of time, just a second. Okay, so exactly at this point of time I came across that logic, right? I used a uniqueness here. The uniqueness thing was, in this logic we saw that if there is a cross here, then the loop gets closed, the 3 gets closed at somewhere this point of time, right? While in competition, I used a uniqueness logic here. the uniqueness logic was, what happens if there are both of these are not loop segments. So we saw that the W here, it will either have both of these as loop segments or both of these as not part of the loop segments. And at this point of time, I had to use a uniqueness trick. At this point of time, we have two possible solutions for the 3 and 1 now, with the these two loops. The two possible solutions are, sorry, it will either go this way or it will either go this way. Sorry, again, right? So if you see, there is nothing that affects the W, S or any slithering part, and with that I concluded that this both will be part of the loop segments, and that completed the puzzle very easily, right? I used a uniqueness logic here, right? So in competition, I would really suggest you that you can use the uniqueness logic. That doesn't affect much, right? So uniqueness logic is very much helpful, and with that you will be able to complete the puzzle very easily, right? And that completes this. Just a second. How was the okay, and okay, right, sorry. So I used a uniqueness logic here, if you could see, and that made me not to see this logic that a small loop is forming here again. And in a competition mode, it is really much helpful to use uniqueness logic, right? And at many point of time, you can use uniqueness logic just to make sure that the puzzle has a unique solution, and then using the uniqueness trick to short circuit the puzzle, right? But in leisure solving, I would recommend you to try to see the logical way, the intended path by the author, and that will help you to learn the logics, right? So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from this video, and do like and comment if you want us to solve any other Sudoku variant or a puzzle genre, and don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you.